Hi guys, welcome to another video. It's Ndagire here. Thanks for coming. As always, for the subscribers, thank you so much for your time. I always appreciate it. Today's video is something that I landed on and I want to share it with you guys because I think it's very important that we talk about these things, and one thing I must say, guys, every time I talk about these kind of things, you guys don't want to listen, but today I hope you do because I feel like it's very important. It's about us and the community. But yeah, before I get into it, watch these clips, come back, and let's talk about it.
So this is a question I have asked on my live multiple times, and I thought it's time I bring it to video to reach a wider audience, because this is a question I have for a lot of black men and African men, and I think it's time we start to answer these questions. And before all you red pill bros come at me, don't. I'm just not the type of person to dwell on the perceived flaws of our women without focusing on ours. I pay attention to both sides. I want you to picture a scenario, right? Picture a scenario where a bunch of women are all hanging out. There's a white woman, regular white woman. There's a Jewish woman. There's an Arab woman. There's a Chinese woman. There's an Indian woman. There's a Mexican woman, a Filipina, a Black American, and an African woman. So that makes 9 women hanging around, chilling, just drinking, enjoying the day. And then out of nowhere, conversation starts getting a little spicy. The spice levels starts going up, and then out of nowhere, the white woman just gets up and is like, you know what? You're not going to do this with me. I'm white. Our men control governments. You're not going to play with me. Everyone's like, what? The Chinese woman gets up and is like, first of all, I'm a Chinese woman. Our men run construction. Our men run manufacturing. If you want to build anything in this world, you need a Chinese man. So watch what you say to me. Everyone's like, okay. And then the Indian girl gets up and is like, first of all, I'm Indian. Our men run tech. If you want tech, and if you want anything to work on your phone, you want your laptop, anything to run, you need Indian men. Don't mess with me. Everyone's like, okay. The Mexican woman gets up. She's like, Los Tigres del Norte. Don't fuck with me. If you need a roof over your head, our men run construction. Don't play with me. Mexican men run construction. You play with me, I'm a holla at Jose, and it's over for you. Everyone's like, okay. The Jewish woman's like, I know you all don't keep your money under your bed, so as long as you got in the bank, watch what you say. Everyone's like, ooh, okay. The Arab woman is like, well, I'm sure you all need gas. Arab men, we control oil. That's us. Don't play with us. Everyone's like, okay, Arab girl. The Filipina is like, okay, I see what you're doing. Well, me and my girls, we have totally taken over the nursing industry. And have you noticed something? Our men are slowly taking over. In 10 years, none of you bitches can get a vaccine without a Filipino man, and we will all be housewives. So checkmate. Everyone's like, oh, okay. So black men, in this scenario, what have we given black women and African women to brag about or clap back about? Like, what have we given our women to brag about? What do we control? Black men, what do we control? I'm not talking about our earnings. Yes, when you go look at earnings, black men, we do good. Regardless of what people say about us, the data shows we're doing amazing. But as a collective, what do we control? Music? Nope. Jewish men control that. Unlucky enough for a lot of you, we don't live in a world where you could just go walk up to a woman and take what you want. So the sexual prowess that we're known for, we're only known for it because the people who control it, women, give us access to it. What do we control, black men? It's a very important question that we need to ask ourselves as black men. What do we control? And those of you who do things for women, what have we given our women to brag about? What have we given our women to clap back? Y'all could say all this, oh, we out-earn Mexican men, we out-earn them. Okay, we out-earn them, our women out-earn them. The women can clap back and say, if you want a roof over your head, I need you to shut the fuck up. What have we given our women to clap back with? That's a very important question we need to ask ourselves, black men. Thank you.
This might not go viral, but it needs to. I am sick of black men always complaining about the system, the white man, this, that, the third, versus looking in the mirror and adjusting yourself. When you look at marriage rates in the American community, at no point from 1994 all the way up through 2020, at no point has a black married couple had the same poverty rate as a single parent household of any race. I'm going to say that again. From 1994 to 2020, the poverty rate of single parent households, black, white, Hispanic, doesn't matter, has always been double that of a black married couple. Always. If you are a black person in this country and you are married, your chances of generational wealth increase, of the ability to create generational wealth, goes up by 167%. What is killing me is we understand that the game that is being played now is not race-based, it's economic-based. If white people can keep you down economically, that handles everything. But what do? We love blaming the white man for everything that happens to us, except when it comes to the control of planting our seed, gentlemen. We cannot be, as men, the leaders in single household creation and then wonder why we have wealth stagnation. Because if you're not in the house with your kids, if you don't have the common sense to commit to one woman, which all y'all black men complaining about, oh, women ain't shit out here, women ain't this and that, but gentlemen, there's 7 women for every 1 man. I think the ratio might be a little bit higher than that by the time we're adults. It's 7 or 8 to 1. You mean to tell me of the millions of women on this planet, you can't get your hands on one good woman? That's all you need is one good one, son. That's it. And the facts are this, gentlemen, before you ever talk about trying to combat the big bad YT supremacists, do you understand you are combating yourself? Because the things that kill me is when we look at it, and I'm not trying to be preachy with this, but I'm just being real with it. The numbers show that if you get married, you got a higher chance of becoming wealthy. You got a higher chance of leaving generational wealth for your kids. Because the Asian American is now the #1 median income. Asian Americans earn $80,000 plus. White Americans earn $74,000. $74,000. We're at the bottom. You know what's interesting to me when you compare all of those numbers? Asian Americans married at higher rates. White Americans married at higher rates. Everybody's married more than the black man. But the black man does the most complaining about wanting to lead something. Man, beat it. I have had enough. I have had enough. Black men would rather complain about the system than change their ways. And when we don't do that, when you want a half-ass leadership, you get half-ass results. When that changes, the game changes. Stop complaining, start changing.
As I've seen in the video, that is what he had to say. This is something I've always talked about, and it's really sad that we are in a position where, we have to look at ourselves and really see that we don't really control a lot of things. I mean, even in our continent of Africa, where there's majority of black African people, you look at African countries, they are always taking loans from them governments. You look at African leaders, and actually Africa is ruled by majority black men. Because this can't be just put on the black men outside of Africa. Africa is so much into this conversation, like our African continent. Let's take away the relationship things for a second, right? Because if you look very closely into it, Africa is ruled by men. Men are the ones that rule the continent. But what are they doing for the countries of Africa? What are they doing to show that they are really the owners of the continent of Africa? I don't see. And not to say that, West Africa is now, getting into their power like Ibrahim Traore, who is like really pushing for the greatness of what Burkina Faso should be. We see what Niger is doing, what Senegal is doing. We see like West Africa is getting into, their power as the men that control the things that are going on in those countries. But like, honestly, what is wrong with African black men? African men, what are you really doing to put Africa on the map? Because at the end of the day, it is the men that are supposed to build the community. Yes, we women, we can be there to support the men, but it's the men that have to do these things to fight for the continent. Because even when it comes to war, I as a woman and my child, I'm going to be in the last of the line. Like, you're not going to expect me to be in the front when a black man is there, when a man is there. So really, this question is really something that raises a lot of questions, and not saying that we don't have the money, like the man said, not saying that we don't have the capability, not saying we don't have the brains, but it's like we are so programmed in a sense that it's getting to us, and in this economical situation where it's like really an economical, yeah, this, I can't say it because of YouTube, we are really pushed to the bottom. We are really pushed to the bottom. But also there's a lot of men, black men that, you know, have done something for the community, things for themselves, things for, you know, the countries they come from. Not saying that we are all horrible, like, no, but like really we need to have something that when they see us, we represent it and we still control it. Because I mean, I don't want to hear anyone tell me about sports. All the people that are signed in sports are controlled by a white face on top of them. When it comes to entertainment, all the people that look like us are still under someone of this color. When it comes to fashion and design, same thing. When it comes to politics, I've said Africa is still not controlling itself, still under. Like, what is it that we need to look at, and what am I supposed to come out and be proud of and be like, you know what? I mean, I can talk about, yes, the innovations and all those things, and of course, we are the innovators of most of the things, but they were just, of course, stolen from us. Who is going to know that we are the actual inventors of everything if we don't even control a media platform for us as a people? Do I make sense? And then the brother that was talking about, you know, single mothers and all that, you know, that is a really big topic that I wish I could do in another video. Because I mean, every time I talk about this problem, you guys cloak out, like you don't want to listen. I don't want to always like talk about these things, but as a person that comes from Uganda, my country, where I see a lot of single mothers, I mean, even in my family, that of course got pregnant and the men just ran away, like literally they disappeared. They don't even want to know what is going on in the child's life. I myself too, I'm part of the system. Some of my friends are part of the system. And then you look into it, you're like, why is it that we are normalizing this thing to keep on happening, you know? And I really don't understand when people excuse the problem to make it seem like it's the women's fault, when, I mean, the women stay. I see more single mothers with their children in my country than single fathers, because our women really do the most to stay with their kids and really do the most to give them a good life. Like, always, not to say that all men leave, but majority of my lifetime to now, and what I'm still seeing every single day, it's really disturbing. Like, why are we a people that are still doing this to ourselves? And this goes to the black men, honestly, like, make a family structure that can break the cycle of single motherhood, single parenthood, single African parenthood. Because I mean, even in my country, there's this thing that I really don't like, and I never want to be in it, where people get in relationships, or let's say, you know, get married, okay? And they have to live separately. Like, the man is out of the family. Of course, I understand you have to look for money. You have to send money back home and help the family, la 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 la. But it's so normalized in my country that one parent has to raise a child. Guys, that is so traumatizing to the children. I have experienced it. I'm still seeing a lot of people experience it. And I mean, if we are going to be a generation that is going to be breaking cycles, we should start by looking into those things. Black men need to do better. Black women need to do better. We need to do better as a people. And I mean, I have a lot of things I can say about this topic, but I think I'll talk about it in another video. I just had to put something into it. It's just sad to see, but I mean, the question still stands. What do black men have that we should come out and brag about as black women? But yeah, guys, that is it for me in the video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Let me know what you think about this in the comments section. Yeah, I'm really curious to hear your opinions on this. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. Before I go, thank you for the super chats. Thank you to Thomas. Yeah, Thomas, thank you so much. You guys are so much on, you know, watching, and I really appreciate it. But yeah, thanks for everything. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.